GMetrix, questions 17 through 20. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on task number 17 here. Place all three video clips from the footage bin into a successive sequence on the same track. Set Street Crossing 26.mp4 as the first clip, Street Crossing 28 as the second, and Street Crossing 27 as the third. We're going to go ahead and open up our footage folder by double left-clicking on that footage bin in the bottom left. And then we want to make sure we're paying attention to the order here. It says 26, then 28, then 27. You'd think it'd go 26, 27, 28, but it does not. It's 26, 28, 27. We're going to go ahead and start with 26 and just drag that onto our timeline area right here and let go. Then we're going to go ahead and find number 28, drag that next to 26 and let go. And at this point, we're running out of space on our timeline, so it might be a good idea to zoom out using a minus on our keyboard to zoom out. Then we'll go ahead and grab Street Crossing 27 and drag that onto the end. And that should be it. So we're just going to go ahead and press next to check our response. And that should be, fingers crossed, correct. We'll go ahead and hit next. Task number 18, apply a constant gain to the first 2 seconds of the audio clip. Well, it looks like we need to wait on GMetrix to load in. There we go. So apply a constant gain to the first 2 seconds of the audio clip. Constant gain is a audio transition. So we're going to need to access our audio transitions, and we're going to need to access the first 2 seconds of the audio clip. So first 2 seconds of the audio clip, that's somewhere right around over here. Check and check. We'll go up to Window at the top, go down to Effects right here, and that will open up our effects panel. From here, we're just going to search at the top for constant power, just like it tells us to. Or actually, in this case, it's constant gain. So that's that almost tripped me up. Constant gain is not the same as constant power, but it is a similar thing. We're going to go ahead and drag constant gain onto the beginning of our clip here and let go. If we've done it correctly, we should see this gray box appear on our audio clip. Now, right now, if we look at the duration, our audio transition is only 1 second long, but it needs to be 2 seconds long. So we're going to go ahead and click on the duration up here. But if we don't have this area, that's okay. We can go ahead and get it back by going to Window at the top and going down to Effect Controls, and that will make it pop open if it wasn't there already. We'll go ahead and click on Duration. We're just going to replace this 1 with a 2, just like that, and then we'll press Enter, and we should see that this box has gotten bigger. And that should be it. So let's check our response by hitting Next. And presto changeo, we got it correct. We'll go ahead and hit Next. Rename oven.mp4 to cookies and change its label color to teal in the project panel. So our project panel is this area down here that has all of our video clips inside of it. So we're going to need to start here by renaming the clip inside of our bin right here. So we'll just click once on the video clip, click a second time on the video clip, and that should make it light up. So we can type in a new name. We'll go ahead and type in cookies. As always, we want to be very careful with our capitalization and with our spelling here. If we do not spell it right and we do not capitalize it the same as the question asks, it will be marked wrong both on here and on the certification test. So be super careful of that. The next step is going to be changing its label color to teal. So we'll go ahead and right click on our cookies clip. We'll go down to Label, and we'll go ahead and select teal. And that's going to change the marker color on here. And what this is going to actually do for us, just as a demonstration, is if we drag this onto our timeline, you'll see that instead of being a blue icon, it's a teal icon. And this can be super helpful for keeping your project organized and making it easy to identify key parts of your edit on the timeline. Make sure you haven't actually gone ahead and put that clip onto the timeline though, or it will be marked wrong. And then we'll go ahead and hit Next. And that is correct. And just while we're transitioning into the next clip here, if you did put that clip on your timeline by accident, you can always use Control-Z to undo and step that back in case you need that little bit of information. Task number 20. Without making any extra audio tracks, make an additional video track in the sequence above the video 2 track and name it Extra Track. So we're going to go ahead and right-click on the space above our timeline here and go to Add Tracks. And we're going to do 1 video track, 0 audio tracks, 0 audio submix tracks, and we want to make sure we select after video 2. We're going to go ahead and press OK. Now the other part that's going to really trip us up here is that we do need to call it Extra Track. To get to that information, we're going to want to put our mouse above all our tracks here, make it quite a bit taller, And then you can see that this has a label on it where it currently says video 3. We're going to need to go ahead and change that by by right-clicking on video 3 and hitting rename. And then we're going to call this extra track. And again, be careful of that spelling, capitalization, and spacing. They do combine extra track as one word in there. And that should be it. We'll go ahead and hit next to move on to our next question. Or actually in this case, we're only doing questions 16 through 20, so that's all we got for this one. We'll go to our summary page at the bottom here, and we're going to take a screenshot of questions 17 through 20 here. So just make sure we can see all 4 check marks here. We'll hold down the Windows key on our laptop, press F10 to take a screenshot, and we'll go ahead and get that turned in on Google Classroom to receive credit. That'll wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all back in class. Bye now.